Everyone says Japan's expensive, so I tracked every single penny across Japan. What did Japan actually cost 3 people for 2 weeks? We quit our jobs to travel the world as a family. Come along for the journey. Like and subscribe. All right, so that's the question, right? What did Japan cost us? Because I didn't know, and at the beginning of the Japan series, I said, this is travel on a budget. And we tried to do everything as cheaply as possible that we could. And in fact, I would go as far as saying that, like, if others wanted to travel cheaply, it would almost be very difficult for them to do it cheaper than what we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we did not splurge on anything extra. When we went for meals, we tried to choose cheaper options. We tried to eat at more convenience stores, activities. We tried to lean towards more free things. So, what do you think, Joni? What do you think 2 weeks in Japan cost our family?
2 weeks in Japan, including accommodations, eating out, trains and public transportation. My guess would be like 2,000.
The total was $3,268 for 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So is Japan kind of expensive?
Well, it doesn't sound very budget friendly.
No, it didn't sound very budget friendly to me once I saw the actual costs. So we're going to break this down for you and what these costs were for this $3,200 we spent. All right, so what does $3,268, what is that? That comes out to $233 a day we spent. It comes down to $78 per person is what that came out to be. So
it just seems unreal because I feel like we tried so hard to keep everything really cheap.
Yeah, and this included everything. This includes airfare. It includes hotels.
Oh, okay. So you didn't say that.
Yeah, it includes food. It includes everything we spent to do the 2 weeks in Japan.
Okay, that makes a little more sense if it included airfare too.
Let's talk about airfare out of that $3,200. So to get to Japan, it cost 3 people $1,329. So that is probably on the cheap side for most people going to Japan. We booked one-way tickets. I was seeing tickets online for anywhere from $800 plus. A lot of them were going to around $1,000 for a round-trip airfare. So $1,300 was really low for 3 people on airfare, I felt like. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because we were going to Vietnam after Japan and then to Taiwan, and so that's why we didn't have a round-trip ticket. Next would be probably our second most expensive categories, and that's our hotels. We booked, I think both were Airbnbs. So we booked 1 week of Airbnb in Osaka and then 1 week of Airbnb in Kyoto. So Airbnbs, we spent $650 for 2 weeks of lodging. All right, on that the hotels, we spent $650 for 2 weeks, and that was 2 Airbnbs. So if you take $650 and we divide that by $650 divided by, what was that, 14 days we were there roughly? So we spent roughly $46 a day on lodging for 3 people. I felt like that was pretty reasonable considering a lot of rooms that we saw were over $100 a night. So we felt like the Airbnb, at least I did, was the cheaper option on the hotels.
Yeah.
Next category would be food. Out of the food total, it was $700.16. Of that, $657.37 was eating out, and that's $42.79 of groceries. So if we take 716 divided by 3, That's $238 of food a person, and divide that by 14. So roughly, we spent about $17 per person per day for food.
Doesn't sound that bad when you break it down like that.
No, it doesn't. And I will say this, that if you add these together, it comes out to roughly $42 a day on food. I was wondering how that compared. I'm pretty detail oriented when it comes to budgeting. I compared it to our home budget when we're living at home. We ate out in Japan every meal. We did not prepare any meals. We ate out every single meal. At home, we spend about $33 a day for 3 people for food, eating out, and groceries. And at home, we do just the opposite. We cook our own food to save money. So we did come in more expensive than if we were living in Las Vegas on food. So what is it that we ate? We went out for ramen. We went out for sushi a few times.
Lots of eggs and rice.
Yeah, lots of eggs and rice. A lot of grilled meats.
Just simply because I can't eat gluten and wheat. And so there's a lot of things that I couldn't eat. So I was kind of stuck with a lot of rice and egg dishes.
Yeah. We really hit the street foods kind of hard. Everywhere we went that we saw street foods, that it allowed us to taste a variety of things. We did hit the street food quite a bit. So I would say street foods and convenience foods, we really were high on what we ate. And then we did sprinkle in restaurants in there, a little here and there. Mm-hmm. So on the food, Joni and I both love Japanese cuisine. Especially at home, we really like it. We found, though, that in the Japanese cuisine, unfortunately, a lot of it Joni couldn't eat because of the wheat. There was a lot of wheat in a lot of the products we found.
A lot of fried things.
Yeah, a lot of fried things. So we did find it slightly difficult with the food for her. We had to do a lot of like meat rice dishes or egg rice dishes. So we did lose a little bit of variety, I felt like, by eating in Japan.
But what I did really like was in Osaka, we had a supermarket just right around the corner from us, and we could go pick up prepared meals that we could take back to our room. And so we were all able to get what we wanted, and they had really good sushi there too.
Next, we have the category of ground transportation. This is one that I kind of was wondering because I kind of felt like we were constantly loading those IC cards. And it was a lot of like 200 yen here, 200 yen there, 400 yen here, depending on your transportation. And I was kind of wondering, like, what did we actually spend on transportation? We spent $260 on transportation.
For 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks. So,
okay.
Not terrible. I mean, it's just, I mean, we took a lot of trains and buses. We did not rent anything. It was really just, I would say, every day we were on a train or bus, every day. So that was a lot of trips. I think that's probably pretty typical if you're going to Japan as far as needing to get around.
In Osaka, we could walk a lot of places. And then if we wanted to venture out of the city, we would hop on a train. But when we got to Kyoto, we had to get on buses, city buses, to pretty much go anywhere and use the train system. So there was like multiple city transportation things that we were having to use in Kyoto, which complicated things a bit.
Yeah, the next big category is entertainment. We spend $147 in entertainment. That was going to, we did some claw machines.
Did that include like the aquarium?
Aquarium tickets.
Monkey park.
Yeah, monkey park. I can't remember what all we did for that we actually spent on entertainment.
Crackers for the Nara deer.
That came up to $147. And again, I think that was a little bit on the light side. We didn't do anything big like Universal Studios or anything like that. We did, again, try to prioritize cheaper things and more sightseeing. We had some unexpected bills. We spent $50.56 on medical bills, and then $49.59. So we ended up spending $100.15 on medical bills. So that was unfortunate.
Unexpected things.
You can't stop it. I didn't have insurance. I got sick early on in the trip. I had to go see a clinic. And medical bills are just one of those things that
I will say it could have been a lot worse.
yeah, could have been a lot worse. Go see that video. You'll see that for the care I got, $100. I can't complain about that. Miscellaneous expenses. We had $4 on laundry. We hit a laundromat a few times to dry clothes. Very inexpensive. We had $7.50 in personal items. I think that was more like floss and some soaps and stuff like that. Ibuprofen, yeah. And I got 74 cents on clothing. Oh, that's my eyeglasses.
Oh, is it my socks though? It's probably my socks.
Probably your socks. Joni had to get buy a pair of socks.
I had a blowout.
So, again, that total was $3,268. So, at least for us, I felt like it was a little more expensive than we expected. We had budgeted about $125 a day, and here we are at $220-something a day.
Yeah.
So it kind of surprised me how expensive Japan was. We thought we were doing it cheap, but it did kind of surprise us.
But we kind of knew that going into it too, that it was going to be more expensive. We just didn't know how expensive it was going to be.
Yeah, we did 2 weeks in Japan strictly because we knew Japan was going to be more expensive, and we knew Vietnam was going to be cheaper. So it was kind of like get into Japan, see a bunch of stuff, and then get out, versus Vietnam, we're going to be here a month. And the idea is our actual burn rate as a family is going to be lower while we're here in Vietnam. So can it be done cheaper? Please let us know in the comments. We'd like to hear what you thought about what we spent in Japan. If you'd like to support the channel, you can always buy us a coffee here in Vietnam. And if you just look at our bio, we do have a buy me a coffee link there. I hope that helps if you're planning a trip for Japan. And just let us know what you spent in Japan.